This time on Gizmo Trains, we go from this to this to this. We are finally done building the train room. Let's check out some of the features and have a look at this awesome space. So it is Christmas 2025, and behind me I have a temporary layout because I just couldn't wait any longer to run some trains. So I have to say, please excuse a little bit of the clutter you may see in this video. I am actively getting trains in here, getting stuff put up, getting things planned to start the bench work. Should be beginning that very shortly in the coming weeks. Gonna enjoy a little time with the family for the holidays first. We just came off of a few months of work pretty much every day to get this done. So gonna take a little small break and enjoy some time. However, I'm very excited to say we are pretty much 97% complete. That last 3% I'll show you here in a moment. But it's together, it's done, very happy with it. So let me show you some of the features that we talked about in the last video. If you recall, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Shows sort of the midway progress, the framing, some of the ideas. Now I can actually show visually what all that came to be and what we're doing with the room. So we will start with just getting a quick overview, a bit of a 360 of some of the finished product here. And again, a little clutter, I know, but we're getting everything in here, getting ready to go. Now, as I mentioned, that 3%, well, we still have to finish stair railings here. I'm waiting on stuff to come in that I ordered. We also have to finish the stairs as far as staining and trimming, but I need a few days of no traffic up here to get that done. So we're gonna finish that up after Christmas. So over in this corner again, this is above the garage. We're gonna have the layout come over here, do a turnaround, maybe a city scene. It's a mess, I know. We got a bunch of rolling stock. Passenger cars, more stock. Again, had to get this stuff out of where I was storing it because it was definitely a mess there. But we're going to get this stuff unpacked and organized. And then just track for days. Lots and lots of Atlas here all ready to go. Got to get that bench work going, get some of this laid down. Some of this fast track is just from building this temporary layout. But so this is going to turn into sort of the little workshop area. We'll put a nice little workbench here. We can hang some tools, work on trains, anything we need to do, repair. Probably have a shelf over here, a little bit of storage. Originally, I was hoping to have a little bit more space for storing boxes and stuff, but honestly, the more I built this, I realized, well, I'm going through all this hassle with the space. Why occupy it with storing a bunch of boxes? I have that down in the barn, so I could put all this stuff in the mezzanine because I had a lot of trains stored there from when I moved. So now I'll have some extra space to put this, and we'll see where it goes. But I'd rather have the space for the layout, so this will definitely do for being able to come in here, work on stuff, do what I need to do. So I'm happy with that. So in the last video, we talked about some of the things I built into the room. The first one is our magic switch. So this gray switch corresponds to the gray outlets. And I have these strategically placed to where I plan to have the layout running around so that off, on, one switch powers everything, done, which is going to be really, really awesome. And as we come over here, we have a nice little shelf set up. Right now we have our WTIU for MTH. We're going to have our base 3 from Lionel, which I have temporarily over there. But we have two outlets here. We have a gray one, which will be power. And then we have a black one, which is going to be our signal wires. So that we can take our common and power from the MTH through this over to the other side in that room. And we can tie into the layout without a bunch of wiring all running along the floor. So there's no actual power to this one. It is simply just taking what I input here, outputting it over there. So here in the side room is where that black outlet is. So we'll have the layout over here so we can connect in and then it can go along for the whole thing. We also incorporate our wireless access point here so that we have excellent Wi-Fi and internet signal. This is hardwired down to the basement, down to the router, so that we have no potato Wi-Fi. So far, it's working fantastic. As we zoom over here, we got some of the collection going up on the wall. And of course, we would not be complete without our MrTrain.com aluminum train shelves. These are just absolutely fantastic. I know you hear me and everybody else talk about them, but they're made right here in the USA. Super sturdy, anodized, not going to rust, not going to fade, always going to look nice and neat. Also, you can save some money. Gizmo 10 off. Use that discount code on the website, save yourself a few bucks. So over here's our little hangout spot. Plan on putting a nice little love seat in here, maybe a little mini fridge. We can view out. Someone told me these look like porthole windows and like an F unit. So maybe they'll stick around for a little while. But eventually I'm going to do some nice horizontal windows here, I think. Something a little more modern. So as we come around here, we have some of our lighting. I did recessed lighting for everything. Some nice spotlights that we can adjust. So we also have our fan lights, our fans turning on here. Then we come over to this switch, which controls our nice vent fan for our smoke. So we're going to see if one's going to be enough. Hopefully so. If not, then I do have some access through the little attic here. I can add some more, but we do have lighting, which you can adjust different colors. And it's also a Bluetooth speaker.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild
So you can jam
West.
out while you run your train.
That's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum.
Super awesome. And of course, we have our mini split. Got to keep this space nice and conditioned, making sure the train stays safe, make sure I'm comfortable when we're up here running things. So also one other thing that we did with the lighting is we have two switches here, one for can lights, one for our spotlights. But also with these can lights, we have normal and night glow. Ooh. And I also put these on dimmers so you can get just the right amount of ambient light that you want. So should make some really cool nighttime scenes. I know it's daylight out right now, but as you kind of dim it, you can really see the difference with that Christmas train. So excited about that. And then of course, stair light. Went with this. Turn this back off just a second. Maybe you can see the detail work on it. Thought it kind of gave like an industrial train vibe. The antique bulbs. Also went with some of the darker wood trim and accents here. I think it complements the floor nice. So you let me know. What do you think? So we're going to see if this works though. So I'm planning to have the yard and a lot of area here come around. Thinking about round table around in here, which do have the Millhouse Studios round table now. Alan's a great guy, a fantastic product. If you have the money, buy one. It's well worth it. May even do sort of like a hidden layer. Haven't decided yet on that. But then of course we're going to come back around, and as I said earlier, come in here, loop around. So lots of space to build and have this come together. As always, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the new room. I'm super excited. It's been a lot of work, but I'm very happy with the results. It's all come together really nicely. Very excited to start on bench work soon. Give me something to do for the next couple months of winter. So if you want to see how it comes together, consider subscribing. Come back, check it out, see how we progress. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, leave them below. I'll check them out. Otherwise, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.